President-elect.
Hey.
You just spoke about your confidence that it'll be possible to get things done once President Trump has left office.
Not just because he's left office, because it's all becoming obvious exactly what's at stake.
Right. But even so, are you concerned about the effects long-term that his presidency and now in the transition, his refusal to concede, his challenges to the election will have on American politics, will have on the Republican Party, especially if he does take the step of filing for re-election next month, or run in 2024? Are you concerned about him lingering around? I know I see you smiling, but I still have to ask it. And kind of a corollary to that, would you consider filing for re-election early next year to show that you're not going to be a lame duck?
I'm not going to be a lame duck. Just watch me. Just watch me. I've been saying this from the very beginning. Look, let's just get the work of, from this point on, for the next several years, there is one objective, and it's not my political future. It's bettering the circumstances for the average American. That's what it's all about. And I want to communicate to the American people what I hope they already understand about me. It's about them. It's not about me. It's not about me.
Still, do you think that the climate will be different after President Trump than it was before?
Well, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fortune teller, but I can tell you that the calls I've gotten from sitting Republicans in powerful positions, they know me, they know I level with them, they know I never mislead, they know I tell them the truth, and they know I don't go out of my way to try to embarrass.
And in terms of the transition, are there areas where the Trump team has not been cooperative that have not been made public? We've heard a bit about the issues at the Pentagon last week. Are there other areas that you think the public should be aware of?
There are other areas I'm not sure it's relevant whether the public should be aware of. Look, what I'm trying to do is pull together the political parties that are in the Congress that know that we're facing 4 serious crises. And we have to address all of them. None of us can get all we want, but we can make real progress. And so my focus is on uniting, not emphasizing the divisions. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. President-elect. Russia, as you said, is suspected of carrying out this massive cyber hack. You said it happened under President Donald Trump's watch, but of course in January 21, it will then, of course, land on your doorstep. My question is, what are the...
Let's get something straight. Will land on my doorstep. His failure will land on my doorstep.
Yes.
Okay.
What are the practical implications of overseeing a government where experts say it could take years to know where the hackers went and years to remove them? How can you ensure that the systems will be safe given what experts are saying?
I can't ensure, but I can demand, based on the experts both here and among our allies, what is needed to find that out. It may cost literally billions of dollars to secure our cyberspace. It may take a great deal to get it done. First and foremost, it takes people who are knowledgeable and vigilant about what is happening and how it's happening. And so I'm just going to do all that need be done, all that need be done to determine, A, the extent of the damage, B, the nature of how it occurred, C, what I should be doing internally in terms of my administration to protect against it in the future, and number 4, getting together with our allies to try to set up an international system of what constitutes appropriate behavior in cyberspace and get us all to get to the point where we all hold any other country liable for their breaking out of those basic rules.
And just to be clear at the top of that, did you say you couldn't ensure that the systems would be safe when you came into office then?
Of course I can't. I don't know what the state of them is. They're clearly not safe right now. And then between now and January 20th, the likelihood of my being able to garner all the information, the extent and depth of the violations, exactly how the codes or how it were breached, what was done, is not within my power to do that. But it will be an overwhelming focus for my administration.
And my other question is on immigration.
Yes.
I was just reading about the fact that officials in your transition, Jake Sullivan, Susan Rice, they say you won't be immediately rolling back Trump immigration policies. And I stress immediately. There are some immigration advocates who say, why not roll back the Remain in Mexico policy? Why not roll back the asylum restrictions? What is your timeline for rolling back some of the specific Trump administration immigration policies?
We've already started discussing these issues with the President of Mexico and our friends in Latin America. And the timeline is to do it so that we, in fact, make it better, not worse. The last thing we need is to say we're going to stop immediately the access to asylum the way it's being run now and end up with 2 million people on our border. It's a matter of setting up the guardrails so we can move in the direction. I will accomplish what I said I would do. A much more humane policy based on family unification, but it requires getting a lot in place and requires getting the funding to get it in place, including just asylum judges, for example. So it's a matter of it will get done, and it will get done quickly, but it's not going to be able to be done on day one, lift every restriction that exists and find out that, and go back to what it was 20 years ago, and all of a sudden find out we have a crisis on our hand that complicates what we're trying to do.
Would you say to immigration, what would you say to immigration advocates then who say maybe you're possibly dragging your feet too, and it might take too long? It sounds like you're saying you need to be patient.
Look at me. I've never told them anything I haven't done. I'm working with them now. We're dealing with some of those very organizations as we speak, and I will do what I said. It's going to take not day one, it's going to take probably the next 6 months to put that in place.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you.
Mr. President-elect, on Russian disinformation, Mr. President-elect, do you still think that the stories from the fall about your son Hunter were Russian disinformation and a smear campaign, like you said?
Yes, yes, yes. God love you, man. You're a one-horse pony. I tell you. Thank you. Thank you. I promise you, my Justice Department will be totally on its own, making its judgments about how they should proceed. Thank you.